So every week I brace for Paladin nerfs, but this week we didn't get anything. Actually, we got a little bit stronger because they released some armor, some new armors that we're going to be using with our build, and I'll go through my build today with you. Do hit that like button so Phil does not nerf the Paladin any further. Now let's get into it. Okay, so let's go through the gear here. The requirement weapon would be the Oathbreaker. This is so we can spam our Judgment Blade. And the shield, the Holy Aegis, so we can survive our sacrifice. That's really the only required pieces. The rest of my pieces you can change to whatever you would like. But for me, I'm using the Battling Familiar. This just keeps my mana up so I can spam Judgment Blade. The White Hood increases my holy damage 1% per refine there. And that just increases my Judgment Blade damage as well as my sacrifice damage. Death's Grin is just more survivability. I get a health leech chance. I actually have 4 pieces of health leech, which is Death's Grin, 2 Nightfang studs, and the Bloodbound. The newest piece of my gear here would be the Plasma Suit, which was released yesterday from the update. This one gives me all resistance 2% to per refine, and that just makes us more tankier and survive our sacrifice way better. Another thing here is the Plasma Boots, which gives me HP per refine, and that just gives me more sacrifice damage. If I did have the Bloodfang artifact, or the gem for the artifacts, I would change this one out for the Plasma Pants so I can get more damage, but until then I'm using the Bloodbound so I have more survivability. The artifacts here, I still have Corporeal set, got my Judgment Blade, Grand Cross. You don't really need Divine Punishment for this build, but I don't have any. If I had a Holy Gem, I would put it here. I do have a Temple Gem, which I luckily got from randomly fighting this thing. This just increases my Judgment Blade spammability. So stats wise, I did max out my Vitality, max out my Strength, and then the rest to Int. This Int and Strength you can interchange, but it's really just depending up to you what feels better for you. If you want more MDef, magic defense, go for Int. But I went with Strength from my build because I'm going to be trying out a new weapon soon, see how it works. Now for the skills, we can just take a quick look at the skills here. I got my Taunt maxed, Endure maxed, increased health regeneration maxed, Spear quickened so I can spam my Judgment Blade because it's really based on attack speed and not cast speed. Spear Mastery just increases my attack because I have a sword, and that just some damage there. Shield Mastery, survivability. Fortify, this gives me a lot of health, so I can get more sacrifice damage. Increase my health as well, and then I just put the rest of my stats here to mana and increased recovery. For the Paladin skill tree, I do have Faith maxed out, Holy Shield maxed out so we don't get interrupted when we're casting Grand Cross, and that just increases our black as well as our resistances. Sacrifice, max this out. This will deal 9% of our health to the enemy and ourselves, but since we have all the holy resistances in the world, we really, instead of doing like 6k to ourselves a hit, we are actually doing around 800 damage to ourselves. And this does work with our Judgment Blade, so we spam Judgment Blade while doing 9% of our health damage to the enemy while we're doing Judgment Blade. As well as Grand Cross, each tick of the Grand Cross will do sacrifice damage. Classification, and this just, I put this down before I do Grand Cross, just increases the Grand Cross damage by 50%. And then it does heal us to help us survive the sacrifice. Next up will be our auras. I did get Vitality Aura. This just increases my health by a lot, by at least 20%. And I can do more sacrifice damage. Conviction Aura, you don't really need this anymore. I just changed to Vitality Aura. If you are fighting some stronger monsters, I do suggest you change to Defiance Aura. This does also reduce the damage from sacrifice. Griffin Riding, so you can move fast. And your Aegis of Light for your oh shit, I'm about to die. Click this button real quick, and you'll be immune to damage. Alright, let's do a little demonstration here with the skills. Oh, that's the boss right there. So we'll cast our Consecration, Grand Cross, and then we'll spam Judgment Blade. Oh snap, that's the Earthquake. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Dodge that real quick. Okay, same thing. Judgment Blade, or Consecration, Oh, he trapped himself at the other side of the bridge. That dummy. Alright, so let's just kill the rest of the enemies here. I don't want to deal with that guy. I do have a video fully soloing that guy with just basically the gear I have right now minus the boots. Alright. So skill rotation wise again, let's do Consecration, Grand Cross, and then we spam our Judgement Blade. And really, that is the build right there, guys. If you have any questions about how to get to this place, you do want to teleport first to Wayfarer's Landing, and then you'll go to the docks, talk to the ship captain, and then they'll put you or take you to Storm Reef Isle, which then you should just hug the right side and it'll take you to a bridge. Go down that bridge and congratulations, you're in Turtle's Nexus. And that will be the video for today, guys. If you do have any questions, please put it down in the comments down below and subscribe for more Spirit Veil videos. I'll see y'all later. Peace.